Broadcasting from the center of the universe and the Thrive15.com world headquarters.
Let's go!
Presenting the world's only business school without the BS. With optometrist and entrepreneur Dr. Robert Zellner. And the former Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year in your ear, Clay Clark. It's the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170. 3, 2, 1, boom!
Boom, 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 Thrivers. Guess who's in your room and in your ear? My name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, and I am in your ear and here today to teach you how to start and grow a successful business. Now, today we are talking about a subject that I could not be more excited about. It's actually our third topic we're going to be teaching at our upcoming Thrive 15, our Thrive 15 two-day in-person workshops. Okay, this is topic number 3. We're going to be deep diving into this at the workshops, but I'm just telling you, Thrivers, this topic is a game changer. And if you're listening right now and you don't have a pen or a piece of paper or an iPad or an Etch-a-Sketch, you need to take the time to write this down, okay? This is the topic. Learn how to create a profitable and quickly scalable business. Again, learn how to create a profitable and quickly scalable business. Now, why would you want to learn how to build a scalable business? Well, to talk about this, I wanted to bring on two ladies who've known me since I was since college at Oral Roberts University. Okay, they hold me accountable. I can't make up things when they're on the show. So I have my very good friend. She's one of the office managers up here. She's a great lady. She's on the executive team up here at Thrive15.com. It is Miss Sharita Bent. Miss Sharita, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm great. I'm glad to be here.
And we have my incredible wife of 15 years, mother of 5 kids, the incredible Mrs. Vanessa Clark. How are you?
Doing great. Glad to be here, and great Christmas time. So still in the holiday spirit.
Whenever I say your first and last name, I kind of feel like you're in trouble.
Because you never say that, yeah.
We have Vanessa Lynn Clark. What, am I in trouble? Yeah. Okay, so we're talking today about how to build a scalable business. And so, Vanessa, you saw this when I started DJ Connection,
True.
which is now called DJConnection.com. I would go out there, and I would DJ with a meatloaf level of passion.
Yes, yes.
Now, do you guys remember? Now, George Michael just passed away, and that's just a sad deal.
It is.
But George Michael, he had a voice that was smooth. It was kind of a silky, like his voice was perfect.
Like butter.
It was like butter. But then you had Meatloaf, and Meatloaf really had no talent, but he could just...
All passion. Exactly. Exactly.
I would do anything for love.
Breaking
but
down.
I won't do that. And he's like crying, oh no. And he would just get into anything for love. Everybody's singing now. Anything for love.
You love him. You love that passion.
Yes, I would DJ.
I always wondered what he wouldn't do, though. Like, what was the thing that he wouldn't do?
We can't talk about that.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing is, so he would bring this passion, and he would just fill up arenas, and people would secretly be going, he doesn't have any talent. But the thing was, he was just so passionate. And that's how I would DJ. Over time, I discovered I'd go out there and DJ a wedding, and someone would call and go, hey, we saw this DJ last Saturday night, and I don't know what that was, but it was awesome. Can we have him DJ my party? So I go, sure.
Epic.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, next one. Vanessa and I are seeing people at Office Depot who are randomly high-fiving me going, awesome, bro, that was awesome.
And let me say, you loved it. You lived for that. You would remember the couple's name, the date. I mean, it was imprinted on your mind as much as it was on theirs. You loved it.
Yeah.
Now, Thrivers, you're listening right now, and you know Chris, if you know these people, if you know the, it'd be Forrest, your wife used to work over there at Oklahoma National Bank. If that's you, at their 71st and Lewis, I believe, First National Bank. Forrest in Christie, I believe. It's Christie and Forrest. Aaron Reed. If you know Aaron Reed, if you're listening to the program right now and you know Aaron Reed, send her a text. Go, hey, they're talking about you on the radio.
Talking about your wedding.
Yeah, we're talking about your wedding. But I used to DJ these weddings, and I would just get into it. Well, the problem is it wasn't scalable.
Yeah.
So pretty soon people would go, well, hey, could we book you? And I go, yeah. Well, over time, I've been married now 15 years. But my wife looks up and goes, are you booked for every single Saturday this year? And I'm like...
And Fridays. Yeah. And anytime people would want to have an event, he was the best.
Yeah.
And
you ran the company, too, so it was like the weekend, the whole weekend,
Well,
right?
and part of the thing is he loved it, which is why he was so good.
He did our wedding. We wanted him.
Oh, your wedding was the jam.
We wanted him.
At the Scottish Rite.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you about your wedding. Let me tell you about your wedding, what your wedding did to me.
Yes.
Your wedding specifically.
What did it do?
One of my very good friends, since I knew the man since I was probably 4 years old.
Yeah.
I had to not do his wedding.
Oh, no.
To do your wedding.
Didn't know this.
Your wedding was in October over there at the Scottish Rite.
Yes.
And
we got married at Higher D, and then we had a reception at the Scottish Rite.
And do you know how I made that decision?
How? Wow.
I talked to my very, very good friend, one of my mentors in my life at the time. I talked to him and I said, hey, I'm in a moral dilemma because one of my very good friends I went to college with is getting married on the same day.
Yeah.
I haven't committed to him yet. She called first. And my friend calls me and says, hey, could you do my wedding? And I said, I cannot do your wedding because I'm already booked. And my friend says, I cannot believe. I thought we were friends. So I talked to my buddy and he goes, happy wife, happy life. Who would your wife prefer for you to DJ for? And I go, well, Sharita's one of her very good friends. Sharita. Boom.
Like, high
that's
five.
That's how it happened.
That's right. We get it.
They played some reggaeton. They had some this Jamaican music. And they had a lot of Sean Paul was played. It was great.
I think at the end you were glad you were at her wedding too.
It was fun.
That wedding, he loved that wedding. It was epic.
And the thing was, though, is the point is my business wasn't scalable.
Sure.
And so many of you are listening right now, and you've read these books about turn your passion into profits. What you want to do is you want to turn your passion into profit. So if you're passionate about baking cakes, start a cake company. Yeah. If you're passionate about getting in crazy in debt, get a mortgage company going. If you're passionate about teeth, you start a dental. But eventually you go...
They become slaves to their own companies, right?
Slaves.
Like slaving away, slave labor, sweating. And you were picking up weddings to beat the competition. Let me say, you had things where you said you would purposely not make a profit if they would say yes to you and no to the competition. But you got the booking.
Now that sounds a little bit aggressive.
Wait. And my favorite thing is when he would say he will be DJing for
till
his
he's
life.
80.
Do you remember this?
Yes. So what happens is we have a child now.
Yes.
And we have a child in Havana's a great kid. We're so excited about Havana. She's 12-year-old. She's just a little genius. Havana, if you're listening right now, I think you're a genius. This kid knows a lot of things. She reads books about people of historical significance, and I pay her to write book reports. So the girl's just reading through books like she's going through Pez on a Pez dispenser. And so the thing is, though, is that Vanessa says, well, hey, could you be at her, let's say, dance? Or could you be at her birthday party? Or could you be at her... Just anything.
Some life event.
No, at church. Could you be at the thing? Could you pick her up? And I'm going, nope. No, I want to, but I'm DJing. Now, I've got a big event I'm DJing. I can't do that one.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
And it gets to a point where I'm like, baby, I'm at Applebee's doing karaoke on Wednesday. Now, I got to be real. I'm doing that Applebee's karaoke, and there's like 17 people. I've committed. I'm not kidding. I did that. And then I go, and I'm at the Holiday Inn Select DJing for these impersonators. And there's a guy who thinks that he is Tom Jones.
I remember
and I have to be at that.
Yeah, I remember this.
And, you know, on New Year's Eve, there's a party I got to do.
Yes.
And then on Christmas Eve, there's a guy who wants to get married on Christmas Eve at Five Oaks. So I have to be at that. And, you know, on Thanksgiving, there's a man who wants to get married. So I got to drive back on Thanksgiving from Houston in my car by myself. You need to fly home separately with Havana because I have to DJ, you know, on Thanksgiving for somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I think, there's something that I've heard you say before. Usually there's not a breakthrough until you reach that point of a breakdown.
Oh.
And, I, in my own spiritualness, can attribute it to Jesus and my prayers pleading for life change. But eventually this thing that you loved, yes, there. The angels hearing my prayers,
Preach.
Jesus sending out the message saying, go do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I just knew, wait, he can't do this till he's 80. This won't work for our lives. But something happened where something that you loved so much, it grew to a point that it was not scalable. You hadn't scaled it yet. Eventually you did. You had this epiphany, but you realized you were so worn down. You never had time for you or for the things that you wanted to do. And you probably would have loved to go do, a wedding once a month, but it was to the point where you were doing 3 a week and it was insane.
Okay.
And that's when the breakdown happened and that's when the breakthrough happened and you learned to delegate.
So what happened is, Thrivers, is that we found out our first son, our only son, he was born, and he's a beautiful man, by the way. He's a beautiful guy. And if you go on to thrivetimeshow.com, you can see the gift. His mother and I, Vanessa and I, we got him a 48-inch. I'm sorry, Aubrey. I know I got that wrong. A 48-inch riding Husqvarna for Christmas this year. He's so excited about this. Little 9-year-old mind exploded when he received this gift. But the thing was, Aubrey was born blind. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know that he was born blind. And what happened was it was Dr. Groves wanted me to come to the appointment to meet you so that he could tell, because he says, you need to have your husband here for me to tell you what I need.
Well, because he was going to obviously tell us he was blind, but I didn't know that. I didn't know he was even blind. So he asked for my husband to come, and I told him, I said, oh, no, my husband can't come. He's working.
He's working.
Like
it's
that. Like
time.
this isn't say. Yeah, you can't ask for my husband. Like I do that. And I just remember at that moment, I knew it was the seriousness of the situation because he looked at me and I almost felt like a little girl. He got really stern. He said, no, you need to call your husband right now and he needs to be here.
So if you're listening right now, and there's two categories you're in right now. Okay, there's a guy on the left side. There's probably a lady. There's probably no intelligent men listening. It's probably just all ladies. I mean, ladies, you ladies, if you're listening right now, you know, ladies, you ladies have all the intelligence. You hoard it all for yourselves. But here's the deal: you're listening right now, and I'm gonna give you a statistic, and you tell me if this is you. Okay, this is the ladies over here. They're people who want to start a business. Tell me if this is you. They make products that no one wants. According to Forbes, this is a careful survey of failed startups, determined that 42% of the failed startups said they made a product that no one wants. That's some ladies. They're very, very smart ladies. They built a product, but no one wants it.
Oh.
Now, on the other side, check it out. You're somebody who's making a product that everybody wants. Some of you ladies out there. How about Rustic Cuff?
Yeah, I got one on right now.
Oh,
Look at her.
I've got one on
So
right
Jill
now.
Donovan, one of
Hi,
our
Jill.
Thrive15.com mentors, a great Tulsa lady. You've made something people want. What
Yes.
about Kat Barbie from Barbie Cookies?
Ooh.
The cinnamon roll
You both
cookie.
want those cinnamon rolls. Give me
BarbieCookies.com.
all the mint ones.
You got to go BarbieCookies.com. You like the mint ones?
She loves
Yeah, the
that
chocolate
one.
mint. I do not care about the cinnamon roll, and I'm
Oh.
sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I
I
know.
know.
It just does nothing for me.
Did
but
you
the
hurt your
chocolate
tongue
mint,
as a child?
It is so good.
Okay, so here's the thing is, so Barbie Cookies, though, she has a product that everybody wants it.
Yes, yeah.
Rustic Cuff has a product that everybody wants it.
Yes.
I built my DJ business, everybody wanted it.
True.
So that's the other half. The other half of you are going, I really want to make something that people actually want to buy. That's half of you.
Yeah.
The other half are going, people want it so much, I don't have any time freedom.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question, Thrivers. I want you to ask yourself this question, because I want you to look it up, and during the break, I want you to look it up. Just do your research. How is it possible that today, Dr. Z and I, we'll start with Dr. Z. How is it possible that his business, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, today on a Friday, how is it possible that nearly 1,000 cars will be sold and he will not be there?
That's
I mean,
the
he's not
key.
going to sell the car, make the car, fix the car, tweak the car, auction the car. How is it possible? How is it possible that this weekend there'll be thousands of weddings that are happening all over the world, most of which are being done by Steve's Photography? Because I name my company Steve's Photography because I am Steve.
And he's personally doing all the photos.
It's Carol's Photography, and my name is Carol, and you'll guaranteed to get me because I'm Carol.
Yeah.
How is it possible that Epic Photography is doing thousands of weddings a year, and I don't even know what cameras we own or how to take photos?
And let me say, that it all happened, that evolution happened because once he had that breakthrough, everything in your thinking changed. And I know for the next company, you said, I am going to build this company not around myself. I'm going to build it, and I won't even know how to take photos, but I'm going to piece all these places together. And it was, to date, at that time, our most successful company because of that breakthrough that you had, which you helped so many other people
And
realize.
I like to get into niches where I like to get into industries where I don't even like the business.
Those are the best ones.
It's like a game.
No, I'm being real. Like, you talk about a guy who has no style or class, that's me. You know what I'm saying? And yet we have the most stylish and classy men's grooming lounge in Tulsa that my brother-in-law, it's his vision. Well, I'm a man bear pig. People meet me and they go, is that what your hair will look like after going there? No. Listen, I'm mystery shopping. I'm going out to all the competitors. I'm going into sports clips and top cuts and whatever.
I think you're giving yourself away.
I've only had one person call me out on it so far.
Yeah,
But
they're
I'm
not our
changing my
listeners.
wardrobe. I'm going from suit and tie to my new hoodie apparel here. I've got my new embroidered
good look.
Thrive gear
It's a
coming
good
in.
look.
So, but the thing is, Thrivers, check it out. Is that if you've built a business or you want to build a business that's going to create you time freedom or financial freedom, you want to listen, because I'm telling you, if you build a business that makes a lot of money for you, but you don't have any time, what's the point? Time freedom, financial freedom. Stay tuned. Thrivetime Show.
This show is brought to you by Adobe Creative Cloud. If you're a photographer, graphic designer, video editor, podcaster, business owner, or just creative genius, this is for you. All of your creative tools all in one place. Creative Cloud includes the entire collection of creative apps for desktop, from favorites like Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator to new tools like Adobe Experience Design. Check this out. You can create podcasts seamlessly and high quality with Adobe Audition. Did you miss the exposure or looking to create a stunning and beautiful photo? You gotta download Lightroom, okay? The latest release of Adobe Creative Cloud is here with incredible new features in Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and all of your favorite apps, plus millions of Adobe stock assets and new premium images are built right in. So you can turn your brightest ideas into your best work fast. make sure that you check out Adobe Creative Cloud. It's at adobe.com. Once again, Adobe Creative Cloud at adobe.com.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station and inside the dojo of mojo, which is nestled inside the box that rocks, which is nestled inside the Thrive15.com world headquarters, which is nestled in beautiful Oklahoma, which is nestled in America, which is nestled in, who else cares? America, right? We're in America, the best place in the world. And I'm telling you what, during today's show, if you want to take advantage of the freedoms that America provides you and you want to build a successful company that is going to give you both financial and time freedom, you want to listen up. Because if you miss out what we're teaching you today, it could be a deal where you go, oh man, I missed the boat there. That was a big show. I should have listened to that show. And if you do have to get back to work, I get it. Maybe you're at Oklahoma Joe's right now, one of our proud sponsors. You're at Oklahoma Joe's having baked beans, and the guy behind you is going, Dude, move ahead now. We're in line here. You must, come on, dude, move, come on. Maybe you got to, get off the podcast right now for just a second. Maybe you got to get off that and then come back to it later. But if you want to come back to it later, go to thrivetimeshow.com. And this month, we're going to be talking about it a lot because it is probably the number one most exciting thing in my life in the world of business is we are now doing Thrive 15 in-person workshops. Real talk. So we've had people all around the world going, I want to learn specifically how you and Dr. Zellner have built an optometry clinic, an auto auction, a photography business, a hair salon for men, insert the niche, a durable medical company, a
sleep center,
a PR firm, a marketing company, a videography company. How are you doing it? What is the deal? I mean, are you guys like experts of all these things? Are you like ninjas? Do you know all these skills? I want to learn. So we're going to teach you. It's a 2-day. Here's the deal. It's a 2-day, 15-hour, 2 days, 15 hours, 7.5 hours per day, 2-day workshop. It's January 20th and 21st here at the Thrive15.com world headquarters in beautiful Jinx, America. And we don't have thousands of people. We don't sit there and pack it out. And you guys want to walk on hot calls? Do you want to walk on hot calls and do a trust fall? Are you guys motivated? No, we teach you how to build a workflow, how to build scalable systems, marketing, PR, branding, accounting. We get into all the stuff behind the stuff no one wants to talk about, the stuff that you need to know after you're motivated. And off the air, Sharita Bent, she's asking me, she says, Clay, I got a few questions for you. We just covered a lot of ground there because in today's topic, we're teaching you how to create a profitable and scalable business, a profitable and quickly scalable business, meaning building a business that can work without you to create time and financial freedom. And Sharita, you had a question, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you.
Sure. I was just saying, people who build businesses and they get to the point where if it's Carol's photography and it's super dependent on Carol, is this a problem? Did
it
they
is a
do
problem.
Something wrong? Is it good that they're making so many sales? And then I also wanted to ask you, the second part is, when you started your first business, DJ Connection, I know you were in high demand because you were such a great DJ. But then as you started your next companies on down to so many that you have now, did you start with a different mindset? Were you beginning scaling?
There's three ideas there.
Yeah.
One is you have to begin with the end in mind. So in marriage, I don't do as good of a job in this as I should.
Oh,
my
great.
wife has a vision. Now, recently I've been running around the house. I said it twice out loud to you this morning. I know I did because I'm saying it all. I have to say it because I have found, Thrivers, check it out. What you think about, you bring about.
True.
So I keep saying, what would Chip do? So I'm watching this Chip and Joanna show.
Because you're reading the book.
I love them.
It's the fixer-uppers. And Chip is so kind to his wife, and Vanessa is very similar to Joanna's personality, based on after reading the book and kind of going to page 7 of Google, because I don't trust anyone, I've discovered that she seems to be a consistently nice person, and I'm going, okay, this guy openly shows his wife that he loves her, and I love my wife too, but I'm just being honest, he expresses it better than I do. And so I'm trying to ask myself, what would Chip do? So today, before leaving the house, I'm like, I love you. And then it's like, what is it, 6 in the morning?
Yeah.
It was like 5:30 in the morning.
5:30, yeah.
And then she goes, what? I love you. And she's like, I love you. And I'm like, I love you. And I'm just going, what would Chip do? And I get my card and go, that's what Chip would have done.
Love it.
So the thing is,
So
one,
good.
you have to begin with the end in mind.
Yeah.
So the end in mind, when I built Elephant in the Room or Epic Photography or Thrive15.com, is for me to offer the most amount of value, check it out, in the least amount of time. The most amount of value in the least amount of time. The goal is to serve as many people as possible in the least amount of time as possible. So with Epic Photography, I would be involved in about an hour a week when once the business got going.
And I can attest to this. He was very conscious of that when you're making everything, all the systems, and it took a very minimal amount of your time.
So this point number 2 is you have to ask yourself, is this scalable?
Okay.
So here's an example. Sam, one of our producers here, I walked up to him probably about 3 months ago, and I said, Sam, I want you to start producing the show very soon, full time. And I'm sure you're kind of like, what are you thinking? What was going on? Well, Sam, if you know Sam Parker, Sam Parker commercial, he's diligent.
Yep.
He's kind. Mm-hmm. He kind of looks like a Viking. If you're on
does.
Facebook Live, can you hop in just real quick
He
here, Sam,
does.
on Facebook Live? If you're on Facebook Live, there he is. Look at, say hi, Mom.
But
There
he's
he
a
is.
friendly Viking.
Yeah,
He is.
But the thing about Sam is he's kind.
Karina's Viking.
He
Yes,
is Karina's
yes,
Viking.
yes.
He's a hardworking, great guy. Honestly, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And the thing was, I knew that I saw in him a guy who's diligent and will execute systems.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to have systems dependent upon divas who are not diligent.
Sure.
And so I needed to work in that direction. So step number 1, again, I begin with the end in mind. Step 2, I want to ask myself, is it scalable? And I knew finding diligent, hardworking people is scalable.
Yeah.
I repeat, there are a lot of great people out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, who are hardworking, who are looking for a job where their boss respects them and treats them kindly. And there's also a lot of morons, by the way, but not on this show. They're on the other station. But there's a lot of morons out there. They're listening to the other station. They're not listening to this station. They're getting into.
They're jamming out.
They're jamming out. The thing is that we know that's a scalable thing. So I wanted to build the systems in a way, and so right now we're in the process of digitizing every aspect of this show.
Yeah.
So that somebody who is a complete moron could run it.
Sure.
So that way somebody who's diligent doesn't need to be a genius.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you're going out there looking for a guy and you say, pre-qualification number 1, you have to have worked 8 years as an audio wizard. That's what step number 1. You got to be 8 years. So on the resume, they're like, there's nobody who meets that criteria.
Sure.
And then the third is you have to be okay with all of the people who are not okay with you self-actualizing. Is that making sense?
Maslow's hierarchy there. I'm tracking with you.
So here's kind of an example. Recently, in the office, I've started painting verses and positive words of affirmation
Quotes.
around the building.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them would be Matthew, I think it's 5:21, and it explains, I hope I'm getting that right. Is it Matthew 5:21 over there? I think it's Matthew 5:21. But over there, basically the concept of it was the pastor said it during a church service. But he said, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but blessed are the persecuted.
Yes.
Because they will inherit the riches in heaven, basically.
Yeah.
The idea is that if you're standing up for something, you're going to be persecuted.
Yeah.
And I like that. So I put that on the wall.
You have Proverbs 10:4 up too.
Yeah, which
right?
is God blesses the hand of the diligent and punishes the slackard. And so I have this vision for what the business is going to be, but when I put those verses on the wall, my kids do Vanessa, our kids come up here and they do all the work in the office?
They do. They come here twice a week, at least, and they do all the cleaning of the
All the
entire
cleaning.
office, which is a big job for young kids, especially when you look at they get invited to a friend's. They may have to say no, or my mom can take me over after I finish my cleaning. They're diligent to do that.
So real talk, we had a conversation with a young lady I had one about 10 days ago. No one knows this. But she says, can I bring my kid? And I said, no, you can't. She says, why? She said, you bring your kids. I said, 1, I'm the boss. 2, I can yell at my kids.
Yeah.
Can't yell at your kids.
Yeah.
3, I can ground my kids, can't ground your kids. Sure. No. And the thing is, when you build a business, so for the photography business, people would used to meet going, is there any way we can meet? I think we should talk. I have some ideas. No. But why? Because I don't want to think about the business at all. In fact, I want to go home and chase my wife around.
I'm thankful for those no's that you say.
So Thrivers, when we come back, we're going to talk to you more about how to build a scalable and repeatable business system. Thrivetime Show.
Are you a business owner? You need to ask yourself right now, how are you backing up your files and important documents? Most businesses have no system for the files in their business. If this is you got to use Dropbox. At least sign up for one of their 30-day free trials. Real talk, it's the secure file sharing and storage solution that employees and IT administrators trust. You get as much space as needed at no additional cost. You get unlimited file recovery and versioning, basically creating new versions, and valuable admin controls for secure sharing and collaboration with Dropbox for Business. You got to check this out. After using Dropbox, you'll definitely feel more secure knowing that a virus or power surge can't ruin your computer and your entire business. Try full access to Dropbox business for 30 days. Head over to Dropbox.com to get started. Again, Dropbox.com to get started.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station. You're listening to Tulsa's only local business radio show. Don't change that dial. Stick around for a while. It's 1170 a.m. on that radio, and it is the Thrivetime Show, faux show. And today in the Dojo of Mojo, we are teaching you how to start or grow a successful business. And specifically, we're talking to you about how to quickly build a scalable business model. And I'm just telling you this, it is so hard. It is so hard to start a successful company for many people. It's so hard. And once you finally find a way to make profits, it's so hard to build a business that creates time freedom for you. And so many people feel like that they're mutually exclusive ideas. Oh, if I want to have a successful business, I must work 80 hours a week for the rest of my life. No, you can actually build a successful business and work very few hours during your week. But don't you love your business? I heard if you don't love your business, then you would be. If you loved your business, you would be there more. You spend time with the things you love. Do you hate your business? I mean, these are things people ask. And so we're going to teach you how to do both, how to build a time freedom and financial freedom. It's a thing. Today I'm joined with some great people who are subbing in for Dr. Robert Zellner, who's out expanding his vast entrepreneurial empire. We have Mrs. Sharita Bent, one of the members of our Thrive 15 executive team, and my incredible wife of 15 years, Mrs. Vanessa Clark. So Sharita, let's get into this topic here a little bit. Why should people listen? Why should people care about how to build a scalable business system?
Sure. The thing with building a scalable system, like you said, it's going to give you that time and financial freedom that all people want. You don't build a business because you want to give away all of your time. And so our training is going to give you all those processes, all those systems that you need, and we can help you generate a positive cash flow for you and your business.
Positive cash flow. Yeah. Now, Vanessa, you've seen people we've coached over the years. You've seen them before and after. You've seen people that their business wasn't profitable and they've just given up hope.
Yes.
They're just like, just whatever. I'm just going to live in a van down by the river, and their goal is just, if I can just make one more deal, I can make it this month. Yeah. Oh, I could just, my goal. And your kids start to go, Dad, what are you doing? I'm trying to make it this month. My number one goal is to survive. It just gets a little bit, it becomes your new normal.
And behind the scenes, I usually see they're the ones doing everything for their business.
Everything.
It's a little bit heartbreaking because they are usually paying themselves the least.
Yeah.
And they are slaves to the business and hostage to the employees many times. And they have a great product. The thing is, they have a great product. They have tons of people there buying it, but they don't have systems set up in a way that give them freedom. Instead, everything is built around them.
It's not sustainable.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's hard to achieve something that you haven't conceived. You haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand what that's like.
Sure.
So here's my challenge for the Thrivers right now. There's a challenge. Two challenges for you. Challenge number 1: get in your car and go to Oklahoma Joe's, and he's going to hear this and go, this was the worst thing you've ever told people to do. But get in your car, go to Oklahoma Joe's. I'm not trying to sell you something, but just sit there in one of the booths. They're going to go, can I help you? And you're like, no, I'm just here to witness greatness.
Yeah.
And just sit there and marinate on the profundity of the idea that there is a person just like you, the listener today. If you're listening right now, he's just like you. He's a great guy. He's a hard worker. He's a great Oklahomie. He sold 2 million smokers.
Yeah,
My
awesome.
man has sold 2 million smokers. My man is greeting thousands of customers a day, and my man will not be there making his legendary burnt ends or his legendary baked beans. The business works without him.
Yeah.
How is that possible? Then get in your car and go over to Elephant in the Room at 91st and yell, this is step 2. Go there.
It's a day of field trip.
And walk in and say, I'm here for my $1 haircut. And the lady will say, you want to do a $1 haircut? And you say, no, I'll just wait in the lobby. I just want to witness greatness.
Yeah.
And just notice how I'm not going to come in there and cut your mop.
Sure.
If I did, you'd ask me to stop. Now, my brother-in-law is not going to be in there cutting your wig. And if you did, you'd probably like it, and he'd like it too. But the thing is, we're trying to keep him away from that because he's a hair genius. He's got this great experience.
He is. Yeah.
But if you do see him, say hello to his beard. Say hello to his beard for me.
He's
got an epic beard.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is these are businesses that are working.
Yeah.
without the owner's direct involvement. And maybe even a bonus move 3. Go over to Woodland Hills Mall. You know you're returning everything right now. Come on. You know your husband bought you something, and you're like, do you have the gift receipt? And he's like, baby, why? I mean, do you like the blender I bought you? Yeah, I just want to know if you want to have a gift receipt. I just like options, and then you're just hightailing, going to the mall, trying to return stuff. You're all frustrated because some woman's in line in front of you. But the thing is, you're in line in front of somebody else. And so you're like, well, frick, I'm just going to take him up on the challenge number 3. So you run over there to Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates. And you're going to notice he's going to see thousands of patients today. Yeah. The sign says Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, but yet he is not there and the associates are. How's it possible? So then you go, you have 2 options. Was he lucky? Was he ask yourself, was he lucky? That's an option. You could say, I guess he's just lucky.
That's what most people think, though. They think it's all luck.
Yeah, they do.
They really
it's just
do.
luck.
Yeah.
He's a lucky guy. He's just born with the right genes.
They think your family helped you along the way or whatever.
Yeah, he bred a silver spoon. No. My main man grew up poor, and he did it. My brother-in-law started with nothing, and he did it. You are listening right now. I don't know where you are, but you qualify to be success. I don't care about where you've come from. I care about where you're going, okay? So here's the deal. Now, you've got to determine right now today, it's not about luck. It's about a proven system, which, Vanessa, that's why we want everybody who's listening right now.
Yes.
We want you to come out to a Thrive15.com in-person 2-day workshop. Mark your calendar, January 20th and 21st, and check it out. If you have $7 in your pocket right now, put your hands up. No, I'm just kidding. If you have $7 in your pocket right now, you can afford to attend the workshop. We have a scholarship program made possible from some very generous sponsors. And so even if you cannot afford the cost, just tell us, hey, I need a little hand up, and we're going to help you. Vanessa.
You know what? I just think that the conference in itself is so wonderful, but I think what is amazing about it is that now is the perfect time. You're hearing this on the radio. And first off, any action that you have to take in your life, now is always the best time to do it, because why put it off? But think about this. We're just now rolling into the new year.
New year, baby.
I hope you've sat down with your husband or wife, with your spouse, and you've made that goal sheet, the goals that you want to reach.
We do it every year. Every year.
In your businesses or your dreams. What better time is there to attend this first conference and find out those first steps that you need to take to build the processes and the duplicatable systems that are going to make your dream a reality? So I'm really excited about it, just because now is the time. Now is the time. We are here. We're at your resolutions. It's time to act.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Thrivers, this is your opportunity. And don't let the finances get in the way, because literally, if you have $7, we'll help you out, okay? And the thing is, I mean this to you, there's no upsells. There's nothing where it's upselling. You don't get there and they're not in the back of the room going, now, if you want to get the multi-million-dollar super success system and a signature from Michael Tyson, many know him as Mike Tyson, and you want to meet potentially various celebrities and learn the keys to becoming a millionaire overnight, or very quickly, what I would call quickly. Not overnight, but like in a week or 2. We have a system for you. Now, in the back of the room, we're only taking 6 candidates. We're not doing that.
Right.
Oh, but it's normally $22,000. But today, because we had limited time special, we had what we would call we had the factory direct. We had a factory deal, and so now it's only going to be $8,000. I mean, we don't do that. It's no smoke and mirrors. It's real specific business school without the BS.
Yeah. No, I'm super, super, super excited about it and excited about the listeners. And you can go to www.thrivetimeshow.com, I believe, and there's a link. Just get started, and it will take you to register for the conference, and that will get the ball rolling right there.
Are you saying I got to get on the internet in order to get to this website? That's
crazy.
It. I'm done with it. I do AM radio, and that's it. I'm so frustrated they even put this on the radio. It was better when there just was a man outside yelling. That was my kind of radio. Back when I grew up, you would have great radio shows would be a man, and he would be yelling, and you would just gather around the campfire. I was frustrated when they started using matches. Bunch of sellouts. I used to start fires with my bear hands. I would use the hands of a bear to start a fire. Thrivetimeshow.com. I will never go to that website.
For the professional-looking man out there, this is for you. Are you tired of waiting for hours in disorganized barbershops around town? Are you maybe looking for an upscale haircut experience instead of being treated like a little kid? If either of these thoughts crossed your mind, then Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is for you. The Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is proud to offer a variety of packages and memberships for discerning men and regular customers who wish to maintain their tailored look while receiving discounts off of services and products. They're going to bring you in, they'll offer you a beverage, identify your style that you're going for, get you a tailored haircut from one of the professional stylists, wash your hair, and then style it afterwards so you could even go back to work. The experience is awesome. They even do cool things for members like a free nape shave on Mondays or a peppermint oil scalp massage on Tuesday. Check out one of the locations near you and book an appointment. You can check them out at eitrlounge.com or just dial 918-877-2219. Seriously, you're going to love it. 918-877-2219 or visit eitrlounge.com to book an appointment today.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation and Oklahomies, welcome back. Welcome back to the Thrivetime Show. And in fact, my name is Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, in your ear, talking on this magical microphone, helping you start and grow a successful business. Typically, Dr. Robert Zellner is on the show, but he's out expanding his vast and ever-growing entrepreneurial empire. And so today, I had to do what was required. You know, when he's out expanding the empire, I always have to do what is required. And then a lot of times, you have to, step one, you got to find geniuses. So I'm like, that's not too hard. I'll find some geniuses. And then step two, you got to find two. And I'm going, this is almost impossible. So I found them. We have Mrs. Sharita Bent, who's a leader of our Thrive 15 executive team, a member of the executive team. What does that mean? She manages the people in the office, getting stuff done. And we have my incredible wife of 15 years, Mrs. Vanessa Clark, and we're teaching you today how to quickly build a scalable business system, how to build a business that works for you instead of you working for the business. And you see, Jay-Z, he has the best quote out there. Jay-Z, what is this show? I thought this show was a business show. We're talking about Jay-Z. No, his champagne company is doing great. Just Google him on Forbes. He's worth $600 million right now. He's doing just fine, okay? Wow. He's his clothing company doing just fine. Tidal, his streaming music service, doing just fine. Thank you very much. Mr. Negatory, Mr. It's never going to work. Mr. What does he know? Does he even know technology? He's doing just fine. But he has this quote I'm going to read to him. I'm kind of paraphrasing it, but I want to break it down like fractions before we get into the action. So
it's a song lyric, right?
Yeah, he says in one of his songs, he says, I am not a businessman, comma, I am a business, pause, wait for it, man. So what he's saying is he's not a businessman hustling for the dollar. What he is he's a business. He's built a business. He is a business. Okay? So many businesses he owns, but the businesses work for him. He doesn't work for the business. And that's something people get twisted, they get screwed up, they get mixed up. And so we're moving on to these 7 steps you need to know if you're going to build a scalable business system. Okay? So step number 1, you got to have a purpose of your business written down. You got to have the purpose of your business. What is the purpose?
That's huge.
What is the purpose? Because on the surface, it makes you a little bit nervous when you think deep. Check it out. So here's the deal. We're going to get below the epidermis here, so get into it, okay? By the way, Thrivers, I'm sorry that I rhyme all the time, but get a thermos. We're going to talk deeper than the epidermis. We're getting into the marrow.
I love it.
Don't be narrow.
Rapper.
Don't be narrow.
I love
Getting
it.
into the marrow. Here we go. So here's the thing is, this is the deal. I'm just telling you, you got to listen to this, okay? So what is the purpose? You got to have your 3 Ps. I want you to get out a piece of paper, write down your 3 Ps. Do it right now. I don't have a pen. Frick, I got to pull over. Do it. Just do what you got to do. Give me some barbecue sauce. I'll just use that to write. Just, write it down. The 3 Ps. 1 is you got to have, what kind of people do you want to work with? I'll tell you who I want to work with. I'll get to that in a minute. I don't want to go off yet. What kind of people? Second, you got to make a profit. A profit? Are we talking about, is it a biblical show? Is this what we're talking about making a profit like a biblical leader, like an authority of prayer, a prophet?
Next time you'll be here in your robe.
Yeah, that's right. Hello, my name is Clay Clark on the Thrivetime Show. I'm in my robe of many colors. I am what you would call a prophet. No, so your people, the prophet, and the third is a product that you're proud of. A product that you're proud of. Now, I don't want to make you feel bad if you're one of these get-rich-quick people. I want you to feel horrible.
Really bad.
I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to just understand this. Wealth gained through folly, according to Proverbs, causes poverty. So if you want to get rich quick selling something that doesn't work, like a jerk, you're going to end up very, very poor.
This is going to have a rap song. I know it.
I'm just saying, that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to end up in a bad, bad place because you're out there misguiding people.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah, it's not.
So the product you're going to sell has to be something people want.
Sure.
So I'm going to pick on a business that it has something that people want. It is Barbie cookies.
Yes.
And these people are coming in there, Shark. Shark, what's your favorite cookie?
Cinnamon roll cookie. I don't want anything.
I'm
but
against
the
you
cinnamon
two
roll.
on the cinnamon roll. You both love the cinnamon roll.
I don't know, because I'm on
So
this whole
good.
tangent right now. You know, what would
Celery.
Chip do from Chip and Joanna,
He
the
would
fixer-upper?
eat the cinnamon roll cookie.
Would he tell his wife that she's wrong? Would he
No.
ever go on a radio
No.
show and say, "You're wrong"?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, so you're right.
Listen,
You're
the
right,
Andes
yeah.
mint is the way to go. There's no other. I don't even want to talk about it.
But you go to Barbie Cookies, you go in there, they got ice cream cookies, all these different kinds of gourmet cookies, just like Mama used to make. By the way, if it's your first time going in, the first cookie's free.
Oh, you have to go.
Why would you not do this?
Go today.
So here's the deal. She has a product that she's proud of, and because it's so good, people tell each other.
Yeah.
True.
You see what that is? It's word of mouth. Now, I had a client years ago who, if you're listening right now and you are that client, I want you to get off my show, but I want you to listen to it maybe and then get off the show. I'm being serious. Here's the deal. You're driving around in your truck, you're quoting people because you're a remodeler, and what you're doing is you're quoting people to remodel their house, and they pay you, and you take that money, and you don't do that house.
Not right.
And all the clients sue you. And then you reach out to people and you, I don't know why I have bad reviews on every website. People just, my competitors are doing bad things. No, that's called reputation. Now, every once in a while, yeah, competitors say crazy things. Yeah, ex-employees say things. But, buddy, your reputation follows you around. So I don't want you, I don't want you to have like I don't wish you hell, but I wish you kind of purgatory. But the thing is you have got to go out there and start doing what you're saying because you're messing up people's lives. When you take their money to put in their wood floor and you don't do it, that's not cool, Shark.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
So, Shark, have you ever met somebody that maybe you went to college with or since college, or sometime you met them in your life being an Oklahoma here, who's sold something that you knew wasn't real?
Yes.
And they knew it wasn't real.
Yeah.
We don't want to get name names, but
Sure.
kind of what does that look like typically?
Well, it's the worst, and you're like a snake, right, with a forked tongue, because you're like, no, you're selling
Sorry,
like
you're
pool
making me
tickets.
laugh.
It is. That's what you feel like. You feel like somebody snaked you and like took advantage
Yeah.
of you, and it's the worst feeling ever.
I think you feel hurt when you feel like someone was a friend, and then
Yes.
it's like a light bulb goes off, and you think, I
They're
guess they weren't
unethical.
even my friend.
Yeah,
like they
but
just
They
they're
sold me
unethical.
something that doesn't even work.
Yes, unethical. Like
Not
dishonest.
cool, man.
It's the worst.
Now here's the deal. Now with the P's, okay. The other P is people. Who do you want to work with? I'm gonna tell you this. If you like freedom, and I check it out. Is this a Republican
Going
show?
Braveheart.
Is this check it out? Is this a Democrat thing? Do you not? No, let's work at me. Freedom requires, check it on the sweatshirt, requires discipline. So I do not befriend or even I can't fellowship with people that don't have discipline. I just don't like it. I don't want you in my office. So if you come to my office and you're just like, sorry I'm late again. I overslept. I don't care. Go figure that out. And this is what they do. I have a time management problem. Could you coach me through that? Yeah. Step 1, get up early. Step 2, it involves a taser. Let me go get my police grade taser. You want to go ahead and learn how to? No, because you have to have a consequence for not being disciplined. So people that want to I want everyone in my office to be happy. So let's do an example. I have an Israeli flag in my office. You know where that came from? What happened was I put up an American flag in my office, and I had somebody about a year and a half ago, it was about 2 years ago, who complained. And they're like, hey, do you really feel like America's great? I mean, come on, homie. People want to move here. People are sneaking in. Whether you want to build a wall or not, people are trying to get here. People aren't trying to get to China. I ran away and I ran to China. I always laugh when I watch the news about the American that defected to North Korea and he gets like arrested and thrown in prison. Quit going to North Korea. What are you doing over there, homie? They don't have anything good over there. Anyway, moving on. So the thing is, the people, this guy says, but America's not that great. I mean, I think a lot of countries have a lot to offer. And I'm going, I don't even know what we're talking about, but you need to get out of my office. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put up an Israeli flag before noon on Monday. And he's like, what? And I'm like, because that'll really drive you nuts. So I put that up. The thing is, though, you got to have people that you want to work with.
Yeah, true.
Bill
Same values.
Belichick, the coach of the Patriots, is notorious for cutting people he doesn't enjoy being around. Now, Vanessa, you have certain values as a wife and as my wife.
It's a human.
As a human. As my wife, you do.
Yeah, true.
And
true.
there are certain people that you don't want working in the office.
Yeah, if
No,
I know
don't name
someone's
names.
Go
Go old
I
school.
would never. I'm saying if you come to know someone's character, a character is everything.
Sure.
So you know what? We don't have to agree on everything, but
Right.
if you're good character-wise, we're good.
Yeah.
But there could be someone that once you question their character, it's just you can't. Well, what are you going to do with them in the
There's no
business? Can your
trust.
employees trust them? Can
No.
you trust them to?
Remember back in the
with your
day,
employees?
before the businesses did well, and I wanted to be sort of every employee's life coach.
Yes, yes.
And we had a man who blew up 3 DJ vans.
broke the door to my car.
Yeah, and he left cake after a wedding in my wife's seat. He couldn't get in the car, so he used a speaker stand to try to wedge his way in. He broke the windshield.
We
Not
used to
kidding.
let them use our vehicles back in the day because
If their
some
car
people-
broke.
Yeah, or they didn't have their cars weren't large enough to fit all the equipment. So hey, take our car.
Sure.
This is my wife. She goes, "You need to fire them," and I'm like, "But we could reform them."
And I'm the nice one, right? No. But I mean, it just the writing was on the wall. This is not
Sure.
going to work.
Sure.
So you got to know your 3 Ps. The people, you got to make a profit. Don't feel bad about that. Got to make a profit. Got to make a product you're proud of. Now, point number 2 is you have to create a sustainable business model. Now, sustainable means that you could continue at that pace until the end of your days
Forever.
without like passing out due to exhaustion. You're like, I could run this pace. I could run a 4-minute mile. I'd do that all the time. I'd do that right now. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it. Well, pretty soon you just pass out. I mean, seriously. So, an example, George Michael, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
He was not living a sustainable life. Homeboys doing drugs, having parties, and as press release, I knew when I saw the headline that came out on CNN. It says, he died peacefully in his home. No, he did not. He probably died while being chased by some clown and naked running the streets of England while doing some heroin mixed with some cocaine and drinking some beer to kind of calm himself down. That's how George Michael probably went down. He probably was getting his hair bleached while doing cocaine and heroin and trying to... That's been real talk. You can't live at an unsustainable pace. So Thrivers, if you're drinking too much Red Bull, we're going to teach you how to build a sustainable system when we come back.
This show's episode is brought to you by Moz.com. If you have ever considered the World Wide Web as a viable strategy for your business, you gotta check out this tool. Online marketing is complicated, but Moz software makes it easy. Companies like 99 Designs, Otterbox, and Aaron's, they all use Moz because it works. Explore organic search keywords for your business, research Bing and Google search results for your targeted keywords, and link up Moz Local and Google My Business. Seriously, this tool is crazy powerful with the clarity it brings to online marketing for your business. Even if you're just curious, start a 30-day trial with Moz.com today. It's a game changer for your business. Moz.com, MOZ.com.
Broadcasting from the center of the universe, featuring optometrist turned entrepreneur, Dr. Robert Zellner, and U.S. SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark. This is the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
3, 2, 1, it's time to do it. If you've got business obstacles, we'll teach you how to run right through it. Oh, now Thrivers, listen here. You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on your AM radio. But many of you got to go back to work. I mean, at some point you got to get back to your job. Maybe you just, you got to take the phone call. You got things to do today. So you go to thrivetimeshow.com. Thousands of people do this every day. You go to thrivetimeshow.com. And there you can find an archived, all of them, all of the radio shows, all the podcasts. We had one sick freak who I love very much down in Dallas. He calls me. He says, hey, I have just finished listening to all of them. I go, Brodini, we need to talk. And he says, this is exactly what I said. I said, Brodini, how long have you done this? He goes, well, basically I took that week off and I've just been bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, I don't know if that's healthy. But the thing is, we're there for you, all the topics, anything you ever need to know to start and grow a business. We talk about kind of as much as we can on a 2-hour show. But then in our in-person workshops, that's where we enter you into that dojo of mojo, where we literally talk about the stuff behind the stuff. As an example, if I'm going to teach you how to optimize a website, you're going to need to see the screen. You're going to need to interact with it. You're going to need to touch a keyboard. You're going to need to ask a question. You're going to need to see a call script if we're going to build a sales system. You're going to need to see a checklist if we're going to teach you how to make one. We're going to need to role play. There's just things that need to be done that we cannot do on a radio show.
I think that people, until they get here, they're not going to realize truly how hands-on and interactive the material that you are teaching people. It is business changing. We had someone from Florida in just a couple of weeks ago, the Florida Salt Scrub guy.
Yeah.
And he could not And he has like a $5 million business,
Yes.
but he couldn't get over, wow, you practically gave me these tools. You
Sure.
helped me make this list to get these sales. And no
he
one else
said-
is offering a program like this.
He
I felt
said that he's been to other ones where
Yeah.
he paid and he got nothing.
he paid a lot of money, and what it was a lot of hype, a lot of motivation, which is great. And there is a time and place for that. But I'm saying we're offering practical tools, and I'm just excited about it because it's truly what you just said, pulling up the website,
Sure.
learning the SEO.
Well,
learning
you
the
have
calls,
to.
how to make a script.
You
all that.
ultimately have to get to a point where you say, "Is it about luck? Is that what success is? Is it luck, or is it a proven system?" And if
Yeah.
you want a proven system, you have to go, "Is it something deeper? Is it more specific? Is it more detailed?" Because John Wooden, the best basketball coach of all time, he says the difference is in the details.
Yeah.
And if you don't have someone to show you or take you alongside the hand,
Sure.
how are you going to learn this?
Sure.
How are you?
I'm going to do an example.
Shooting in the dark?
We're not doing them right now, but we have a lot of people that ask. We have 5 kids.
Yeah.
So many people have asked us over the years, how do you homeschool? So now, if you're going to answer that, wouldn't you need to like show people your schedule, what your day's like, how that works? I mean, there's more than just.
It's not a short answer that you could just give to that.
That's right.
Sure.
Yeah.
They can say, what curriculum do you use?
Right.
Or Vanessa, how do you,
Yeah.
but you have to live it. You have to, that's why the workshops are so valuable. And literally, if you have $7 in your pocket right now, put your hands up. Just kidding. No, but the thing is, seriously, if you have $7, you can afford to go because we have scholarship funds available. So don't let time be an issue. Don't let money be an issue. Just get out to it, baby. And it's a Friday and Saturday. This one's a Friday, Saturday. So you only got to miss one day off that work day. Only one day off that work week. Okay, Thrivers? Now we're teaching you how to build a scalable business model. And we just said the next move, point number 2, is you have to create a sustainable business model. Now, I have a notable quotable that I want to read to you from our good friend who started Priceline. You're like, what? Who started Priceline, Mr. Smarty? Could you tell me? No. Look it up. Why? Because I want you to engage. But it's from the book Scale. This is what he says. Your business is sustainable, but only if you're present to work for it. You're the main producer and director around whom your company revolves. That's not a sustainable business model. So I'm going to give you an example. People were running around, they're doing this. This is what the background singer does. Check this out. This is the job. But this was a job. Then President Trump has claimed he's going to create a lot of jobs. President Obama is taking credit for creating a lot of jobs. We don't know who's creating all the jobs, but there are some jobs that were recently lost. And here's the job that was recently lost. Magic Mike, can you kind of turn it on me? I want to make sure I can sing to the listeners here. This is what I would die for you, and I would do this. Even if you want me to, there you go. And then I would die for you, and that was like the person's job. And then and then they would stop, and then Prince would do the rest of it.
Yes.
But
He'd be, like,
then
sitting around.
next song, my job was to go, Purple Rain, Purple Rain, and that song. Have you ever heard that song? It goes on like that for like 20 minutes. Purple Rain. Purple Rain, and then Prince is doing whatever he's doing, and then something rather Thrivers, listen to the Purple Rain, freaking Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Carl, did you just say freaking? Dude, I've said it 30 times in a row. I had to sneak in the word freaking, okay? Freaking Purple Rain. But that job is done because the guy, the Prince of Purple, is dead, and check it out. He had built a business. That's okay, he's a performer, so work with me. But it was dependent upon him. So when he died, there's no Prince tour.
Sure.
No one's running around touring like, and we're the, well, he doesn't really have a name of his band anymore, but we're the people who used to travel with Prince, but Prince is not here, but we're going to go ahead and do the background vocals.
Yeah.
They're gone. So again, this guy right here, listen to this song. This song is great. This song, the first time I heard this song.
This is a tribute for Z, really, because he loves
He
Prince.
does.
And I Want to Be Z's Lover. All right, here we go.
Metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Listen to this guy. Maybe that's you in your business. You have this falsetto. You can do falsetto. You can go low. You can go high. You're wearing Prince. You got sequins. You got the sequins. You got this crazy guitar skill. By the way, you can
There's
play
no
the
one
drums.
like you.
No one like you. You're wearing heels that are like, what are they, platforms?
Yeah, the platforms.
4-inch platforms. And you're like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah.
You're telling people you're 5'8". You ain't 5'8". You're 5'3". You're Prince. You know, so you don't have a sustainable business
Yeah.
model. That's just you being awesome. That's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So you've got to build a sustainable model. Now, let me tell you something that was sustainable. George Lucas started building these Star Wars movies,
Yes.
and they built it in such a way where the toy revenue is massive. The systems are massive. The plot has been written out. So now the movie, the story can go on without him. So he sold the business for over $1 billion. He sold the Star Wars franchise to Disney World. And now, even without, regrettably, Carrie Fisher being present, the shows are going on. Rogue One. We have a special announcement,
We
Sharita.
have to. Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia. We love you.
She's
Rest in
gone.
peace.
Sending it into the universe.
Yes.
Oh.
I should have put the cinnamon buns on my hair.
Yeah. Carrie Fisher, if we got you bigger headphones, it might look like those. Okay, but Carrie Fisher has passed away.
Yeah.
But the Star Wars franchise is still moving on without Carrie Fisher.
I
Yes,
find
Liz?
that so amazing, not without Carrie Fisher, but I'm saying George Lucas. As a family, we watch all the how they made the movies, and he was the whole driving force, right? But because it's not built around him, it is amazing to me now that it can move on without him and be just as successful. And
well, it's your legacy, right?
Yes,
it's your legacy.
But it's just amazing to me that someone who is so intricate can build systems that operate without them. Like Clay said, that the story is written.
You know why you want to do that? Because today we're going to go buy a dog.
Yeah.
What kind of dogs did you find? Have we narrowed down to the top 2 or 3?
Well, the problem is there's only one we can see today. The other people, I don't understand what the deal is with
Why can't
Craigslist.
people build scalable dog showing businesses?
I want to talk to the people on Craigslist. If you're going to post a posting on Craigslist for anything, please on the reply, let us call you. Some people will only have emails. No, I'm saying, how am I going to reach you if I cannot call you?
Yeah.
And the only option is emails, and then you don't respond to email.
Sure.
This
is how I
calm her down when she gets upset. I just play the song, and I just say, it's okay.
All right.
If you're on Craigslist.
All right. Anyways, so the point is we can only see one dog now, which will not help us make a decision because I need to see all 3 dogs.
No, we need to see one dog.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
No, but here's the deal, Thrivers. Now, check it out. I call this next thing, I want to get into this a little bit. This is about creating a sustainable business model, okay? I call this the gas cap theory. Now, Sharita, I want you to, Vanessa knows about this.
I love this one.
So I want to kind of get your reaction to it, okay?
Sure.
You're driving down the road, right? And people are honking at you. I don't have a car horn readily available.
We've lived this experience many times.
This is what'll happen. They go. They're not doing boat horns, but people are honking at you. They got their. If a boat honks at you, you're really in trouble. You're like, Dad, I think we're headed into a pond. No, son, we're just headed to Catoosa. Dad, we're headed into a river. Dad, look out! Quit texting. No, but seriously, but someone will honk at you and they'll wave at you and they'll go, hey, and you're like, oh my gosh,
frantic.
Is my car on fire? And you're thinking, you're looking over at O'Neill going, are we on fire? What's wrong? And then you pull over. You pull over and you're like, what is it? And you look and your gas cap is open. You ever had that happen?
I have not.
No?
No, I have not.
Oh.
I am like, you've not lived your life.
It's probably
I'll do it today.
because you're not married to me. This is what happens. People are like, you got to pull over. Happens all the time.
Screaming, yelling.
Another example. Okay, you're out there doing life, and you are an idiot. Okay, you're going through life, and you built a business. You're working 97 hours a week. Okay, you're not sleeping, right? Your business sucks like a Hoover, but you're not selling Hoovers. You're not working for Dyson. You're not like the dirt devil. You're just a business is just on a whole nother level called the basement. All right. But you're like, no, my bagel business is good. And they're going, your bagel business is not good, Oswald. You're going, it's Oswald's best bagels, and I swear it's going to take off someday. And you're like, Oswald, you've never sold any bagels.
They need some gluten-free options.
They're gluten-free, though, and Oswald's quit eating all the bagels. Anyway, the thing is, no one will tell you that your business is going the wrong way because that's offensive. But they will tell you that your gas cap is open. Yeah. So what we want to do, Thrivers, is when you come to a workshop, what's awesome is you can listen to people. You can learn about people who are successful. You can teach them. You listen to them teach the systems. Dr. Z will be there. I'll be there. And we're teaching you, and you can quietly say to yourself, oh, no, that's me. And then you can correct it, but it's hard to make a change if you don't know where you're having a problem. So you've got to, it's really hard to make a change if you don't know where you're making a problem. Now, this is what Dr. Zellner says. This is a notable quote from Dr. Z himself. He's not here, so I have to quote him like he's a hologram from Star Wars or something. But here's what he says. Once you have learned to sell that one thing, that widget, that service, or that product that your customer is willing to buy for more than it costs you to produce, you have something. You have something. Now, you just have to figure out how to scale it over and over in a way that doesn't involve you, and you will become rich. rich. Shark, do you have something you want to add there?
I do. And here's what I want to say. It's really from my heart because I think we work here and we do such great work with our clients. And Clay is at the helm of that with these systems and processes, him and Dr. Z. But I just want the listeners to know we have clients every week who call us and say, hey, I quadrupled my income this week. This is not made up. This happens every week. And I just want people to know if they come in and learn these systems and these processes, it can change your life.
It's not rocket science. We're not sitting down going, well, here's the deal. I'm not sitting down with I work with multiple surgeons right now, multiple. I'm not sitting down going, well, here's the deal, doctor. When you want to do a great incision, what I like to do is I like to go in from that left side of the that's my good hand, and I get my good eye on it, and then what you want to do is you want to kind of go so like that. You want to. I call it more of a fillet cut because they're going, you're a sick freak. No, I'm not doing that. I'm teaching you how to fix your permalink, how to optimize your website, how to build your sales funnel, how to hire people, how to fire people, how to get an LLC, how to sue people, how to be sued, how to deal with it, how to not go crazy, how to balance your schedule, how to do customer service, how to not go crazy, how to be a good husband and a good business owner. These are things we teach. Now we move on. The next move, point number 3, is you have to define. You've got to define. What do you have to define? Well, Thrivers, when we come back, when we start talking about, we say, hey, I know the purpose of my business, point 1, okay? I know that I want to create a sustainable business model, step 2, but 3, you've got to define what that looks like specifically. Like, what time are you going home? What time are you getting up? How many sales deals do you need? How much is enough? How much do you go, I'm doing enough business, thank you very much, I'm good. How many? When is it not ever enough? Maybe you want to franchise and it's never enough. Maybe it is enough. I don't know. I'm not going to put my values on you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make you think about it in a deep way because we're not going to be thinking narrow. We're going to get in deep into that marrow, going deep below the surface of that epidermis. Stay tuned. Thrive Nation, ThriveTimeShow.com, ThriveTimeShow.com, and ThriveTimeShow.com.
Right now, how are you taking credit card payments for your business? It's never been faster or easier to begin taking credit card payments for your business than with Square. You know the little white square that plugs into your phone's headphone jack? It's awesome. This payment app is great for businesses such as food trucks, beauty salons, and retail shops. The users receive a small portable card reader that they can attach to a phone or other mobile device to take fast and convenient payments. The way it works is that it subtracts 2.75% of every time a card is run, and it does it automatically. So if you sell a sandwich for $20, you'll see a net gain of $19.45 in your bank account the next day. If you enter the card by hand, it costs 3.5% plus 15 cents on top of that. They encrypt everything so you know you're secure. They make it super clear to start and even offer bonuses for sharing with friends. So you can learn more at squareup.com. It's free to download and works on all devices and operating systems. So make sure that you go visit squareup.com.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Thrivetime Show, and today we're going to magically transport you to a place in time in American history where people get paid. Imagine a time like this. Imagine a place in the world where people would get paid based off of what they do and not based off of what they know. Imagine a place where people got paid based off of the value they added to the marketplace and not how many hours they worked. Imagine a time and place where the world wasn't fair. Imagine a place where you could get your MBA and still know nothing. Imagine a time and place where you could become an educated idiot and you know everything. You've gone back to college, you got that business degree, and you're sleeping on your mom's couch. Somebody's listening right now and you're like, he's on my couch right now. I'm trying to get him off the couch. Trevor, get off my couch. Mom, I can't listen to the Thrive Show because I'm learning everything about everything, but I do nothing. Now, here's the deal, Thrivers. You get paid for what you do, not based on what you know. So I'm going to break it down because we're teaching you how to build a scalable business system quickly. And Miss Sharita Bent and my incredible wife, Mrs. Vanessa Clark, they have some points they want to add in here today. But I'm going to go ahead and read from the great book, Scale. Scale. Who wrote Scale? I don't even know if I should listen to Scale. Well, how do I know that Scale's the right book for me? Okay, how do I know? Because he built Priceline. Never heard of it. I don't use the internet. Okay, fine. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Who's he? Google it. Check it out. Here we go. He says this. The process layer consists of the step-by-step process or procedure you've created to complete any given task. So work with me. when you build a business and you've learned to sell something, you need to make a process, which is a long boop checklist. I'm talking a big boop checklist. We're talking about a big boop checklist. It's a huge document that no one understands, but it's a written system. Shark, Sam, you're producing today. Mike, you saw this happen in the last 24 hours in this room. You have a system that's written out, but it's big.
Yeah.
And no one knows what you're talking about. But you have to have the process layer. That's step one. Step two, and I'm white hot on this because it just happened. Step two, hopefully people are learning some things. Sam, I want you to educate America on this idea because it gets deep into your cerebellum, because this is one thing I've failed to teach often enough. The second step is the format layer, which deals with how you package and present your system in a way that your team can actually use. You see, because the first step is making the system, writing it out. That's where you hit your head on the toilet seat and you draw the flux capacitor. And you're going, Marty, look, I made the flux capacitor. And you're like, what's that, Doc? It's what makes time travel possible. Doc. Marty, you are, let me guess, you are part of the U.S. Coast Guard, and you are, no, Doc, I'm from the future, and you know what this means? What does it mean? This means this thing doesn't work, Marty. The thing is, it's like Dr. Brown. You've got these ideas, but they're not manifesting, not becoming anything. That's because you have nailed down, I repeat, the process layer. But step two is the format layer. So what's the format layer? Check it out. The process layer is like how to make the shrimp panini. Do you want the shrimp panini? And you say, I would like some. Would you like me to grind the pepper? I grind the pepper. Do you want the shrimp panini? And you're going, calm down. Well, next thing you know, that guy gets promoted, because it's his business, to the chef status. So Sharita now works at this restaurant, okay? Yeah. And I'm trying to teach you how to make it, because I've nailed down the process. I know how to make great shrimp panini. So I'm going to kind of role play this scenario.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to teach you and Vanessa how to do this, okay? Now, Vanessa, her job is she's the waitress, okay? And you're out there trying to make the food.
Sure.
You guys ever been to Olive Garden and notice how many Hispanics are making the food?
I don't eat at Olive Garden.
You ever notice that, though? How a lot of Hispanic people working
it.
at an Italian restaurant? Check it out. You can teach people of all different nationalities and races how to do
you don't
something.
have to be Italian to work at Olive Garden, is what you're saying.
That is the point.
I'm going today.
And the other point, is I only eat at restaurants where Hispanics work. I won't eat at a Caucasian restaurant. I don't trust Caucasians. No, I'm just kidding. But here's the thing. So you go in there, and this is what happens. And so I no, what do you want to do? You want to really love on the pepper.
All right, love on the pepper.
You want to love on the pepper.
Love on the pepper.
No, you got to love on the pepper.
No,
Too much pepper. Too much pepper. I'm tired of teaching you.
I blew it off. I blew some off.
Right.
He's just going to take it over.
Yeah. That happens all the time, though.
Yeah.
There's business owners who are going, now Vanessa's going, she's coming up to me and she's asking me about, the drink menu. So go ahead and ask me some questions about the drink menu, because I'm the crazy Italian founder of the business.
Okay. Are these really only all the drinks we have? We carry Pepsi products, or?
You must memorize the menu. You must. I get tired of you people. I spend my entire day. I grind the pepper. You memorize the menu. I just nobody can do it like me. I swear. And you're going. Is that weird? You're so weird. Where is the cork? The bottle. Which bottle are you referring to? This specific cork. Anyway, the thing is, people don't do well when it's all in your head. You've got to turn it into a process. Now check it out. I create a thing called a menu, and on that menu, now you can go to the customer and show them the menu. They can choose what they want, and it shows pictures. Yeah. And then you have this thing called a recipe.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
A recipe, and you're supposed to make it in a way. So now you just look through that checklist and you can do it.
Sure.
That's how that is. So a lot of people, they know in their mind the process, but they don't have the format. And that's a part where a lot of people get wrong, because what happens is, so you can talk about, what are some examples, homie? Yes.
Well, and I think many times there'll be business owners who will go ahead and get really motivated and say, yes, I need a checklist. And they will make a checklist, but they don't go through that second step of making a proper format. And what happens is employees get so frustrated with the checklist because maybe there's some steps missing. Maybe
I don't even know what Carl's talking about.
Yeah,
he missed
and instead of going
steps.
to their manager or whoever's above them and them critiquing and making it a tighter checklist, no one uses the checklist.
Sure.
Oh, now here we go. These are the kinds of specific format layers that you need to create in your business. I mean, this is the kind of stuff we teach at Thrive15.com workshops. By the way, January 20th and 21st, we have limited seating.
Get ready.
Go to thrivetimeshow.com. To quote my man T.D. Jakes, get ready, get ready, get ready. All right, he says it 3 times. Get ready, get ready, get ready. The thing is, the Thrive Time Show workshops are game changers, And if you've got $7 in your pocket right now, put your hands up. Just kidding. But seriously, if you have $7, you can afford to come out to this. We have a scholarship program. It's available for anybody who wants to attend. Z and I know what it's like to not have enough money to get by, and we want to help you do it. But here are the format layers that we're going to teach you, the kinds of things you can learn at our workshops. 1, checklists. By the way, we have templates available. You give us examples? Yeah. Scripts, worksheets, written guidelines, database guidelines, CRM, customer relationship management software templates, pricing lists. Oh, man. Negotiation terms, written warnings for employee write-ups.
Ooh.
A marketing calendar. I'm not interested. These are all things I would rather create from scratch. Okay. Wow.
And you don't have to, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're reinventing the wheel.
And these things have worked for other people, so it's not a trial and error. But this marketing calendar, this is what people are using. Yeah, they're different ones for different industries. What would be best for you?
So if you know the purpose of your business, which is to create the 3 Ps, which is a profit for your business, a product your customers love, and a place where you can work with great people. If you walk into your business and the sight of somebody pisses you off, irritates you, you've got to understand that's not a good thing. And you got to understand, either you're happy or they're happy. I'm just being real with you. If you work in my office and I don't like you, I'm going to tell you. And it's not going to be like a little we're going to have that conversation. Like, I just don't like you. And they're going to say, you don't like me? No, I don't. I mean, there's just certain things about your personality, mainly your personality, that I don't like. And there's other people that would like your personality.
Sure.
But your consistent attempts to master solitaire during the workday, or your persistent attempts, you know what I'm talking about, to try to watch a Netflix video on screen number 2 while you're drifting of your thinking about your pot acquisition dreams. These are things that I'm not going to endorse, okay? So, but Thrivers, we're going to teach you, we come back, how to build a scalable and repeatable business that can quickly scale, can quickly build a repeatable business that can help you create that time and financial freedom. Thrivetime Show. Where is it? Thrivetimeshow.com.
Okay, managing your money has not been easier. Mint.com is the solution to ambiguous and blind money management. You can effortlessly create budgets that are easy to stick to, or even use one that they make for you. Design budgets that are appropriate for now and put you in position to succeed in the future. Get notifications for weird account charges and receive personalized tips for eliminating fees and saving more money. Check your credit with a free credit score and explore what you can do to improve it to be able to purchase the things that you really want later. Link up the app on your phone, and money management on the go has never been easier. You can even link up your portfolio accounts so you can see your bank accounts and stock values side by side. Mint.com, you got to go check it out, and you can sign up for free. Again, that's mint.com, mint.com. Go sign up right now. It's definitely a game changer for money management.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
It's the Thrivetime Show, and it's around that noon time. A lot of you guys are going, noon time? What are you, like an hour and a half lunch break? No, here's the thing. Some of you went over to Oklahoma Joe's, and you realized you walked into a palace of barbecue. I mean, you went in there and you go, I didn't even know that this food, this was possible. This is like, oh, did you had these baked beans? And they go, would you like an extra side? Yeah, I'll have 4 extra sides. You now have you had to like unbutton one button on your pants, and you're doing what I like to call the extra dance, where you go, when you're kind of making room and you're kind of going, and they go, do you want any dessert? You know, and you're going, and you're in your mind, you're going, well, it hurts a little bit, but I'm in physical pain. But yeah, sure. And you say something nice like, well, I shouldn't. And the waiter's like, oh, come on. And it's this I don't know, it's this weak game of you attempting to be on a diet. Meanwhile, you're just pounding the baby back ribs, right? So the deal is, you're at Oklahoma Joe's right now having a great time, but you're also saying to yourself, you know what, I do want to learn how to build a scalable business, because Oklahoma Joe's, you know, it's not super expensive, but it's not free, and I want to buy some more baked beans. I want to have an unlimited supply of baked beans. How can I learn to buy an unlimited amount of Oklahoma Joe's baked beans? Well, I'm going to tell you how. You got to build a scalable business system. So Vanessa, if you had to define a scalable business versus a typical business, what's the difference in your mind, or differences in your mind, between a scalable business in terms of branding, let's say, and a non-scalable business in terms of branding.
Are you talking about some of the branding mistakes that we made early on with our businesses?
Or what you see, with our early, definitely make fun of me. I'm open game here. And then, things you've seen as patterns, because you've obviously touched a lot of the files and you work with a lot of the clients. You've seen a lot of it.
Well, branding, anything that's memorable, of course, that's why Elephant in the Room went with Elephant in the Room. It seems kind of an odd name, but it was something that was easily recognized and memorable. I know.
Mike, can you grab the mock-ups for the billboards while she's talking about branding? I want you to grab that because you're talking about marketing and memorable.
So
and I think we might have some winners here.
Oh yeah, we sure do. But anything you can get that is memorable. I know, with Steve Currington, get koala-fied. I mean, how cute and memorable is that? And it makes you see the visual of a koala.
That's a koala right there. Look at that.
Early on with DJ Connection, I know that we sold wedding packages to brides and grooms, and pretty much the bride is going to call the shots, right? Sure. But what was interesting is that, and we didn't even notice this until you met with Lori Montag, who was a wedding guru at that time in the photography industry. But all of our branding was geared towards men. Yeah, all of it.
It was all like designed like. Now the first
package.
The first package is called what I call it is the truck, and the bride's like, oh, okay, what color is it? Ma'am, it's a truck. It's got wheels on it. And when we show up on time and we'll play that music. Well, what kind of music do you play? Man, we ain't got time for that. It's called the truck. It gets you there.
And the man is sitting there just like looking off in the distance.
He's going, what day are we getting married again, babe? Yeah. What day is it?
So, but anyways, that was a huge eye-opener when Lori Montag said, why are you selling to men? Like, women are going to be the ones making the decisions for the wedding decisions. And we switched all of the branding, always and forever. All the packages names were real princessy.
I've got a notable quotable.
It was huge. I
got some notable quotable for some ideas that are ropeable. Catching it, bringing it back, pulling it back, pulling it to your brain. Here we go.
One day you're just going to get on here and rap the whole day.
Not going to do it yet. Here's the deal. I'm just going to switch from now into suits, into sweatshirts, and
you're
then
becoming a rapper.
Anyway, but here's the thing is, Thrivers, I'm being serious about this, okay? You want to make sure that your brand matches your ideal fans. That's the thing.
It's good.
So your brand has to match your ideal fans. So right now, if you're looking online right now, I'm wearing this is a prototype, which means it's not done, but it is like a prototype. It's a work in progress. You're a prototype? This is the best you're going to get, buddy. No, seriously. This is my sweatshirt.
The official one will be awesome.
All going to be embroidered and such. But this is a honey badger, okay? Now, a honey badger is our mascot at Thrive15.com. Because to be a honey badger, it means you have to eat, you have to survive. A honey badger survives. A honey badger has adapted over time to now survive by eating larvae from bees and snakes. The thing now can be bitten constantly by bees and snakes. And
Have you seen this? Okay.
He just keeps eating, and the honey badger just doesn't care. He just don't care. So here's the thing is, Thrivers, is that your brand has to match your ideal and likely buyer. And if you're an entrepreneur, you've got to have a little bit of, you got to have a little bit of a kicks to you. A little bit of
sexiness.
I don't know if it's
a little
sexy.
swag. Gotta have some swag.
Yeah.
I felt uncomfortable there.
Be a little crunchy. You gotta have some little crunch to you.
You do. I would say you have to be comfortable with making people feel uncomfortable. Because you got to run around promoting your own business. Yeah. And we're in a culture where you shouldn't promote yourself. Self-promotion's bad. Oh, you want to be poor? That's a good tip. Self-promotion's bad. You want to be poor? Good idea. You should be humble. That's a great thing to do. The thing is, you have to be proud enough of your product to share it with people, but humble enough to be coached by your customer on how to make it better.
Sure.
So, anyway, we're talking about branding and trying to come up with ideas that can match your brand. And then I'm going to get into some numbers and the metrics you have to have for your business. But if you're on Facebook Live right now, and if you're not, you should be. But we're having new billboards that are coming up promoting the show, new billboards. And this is kind of my favorite two right now. I'm kind of down to the two here. This is my favorite two. This one here. Learn to build a Trump-tastic business.
Can Michael zoom in on that face
so you can see? Yeah, if you don't like it, you can deal with it. You can deal with it. It's okay.
A hybrid. Let me tell
we'll
all
send
our
you to therapy.
It is a hybrid.
Look at that hair. That hair says I don't care.
On a clay face with crazy eyes. And let me tell you, you will not forget this billboard. And the first time I saw that picture, I think I laughed until I cried. It is so ridiculous.
It's the eyes.
It's really a disturbing thing. Now the other one we have here is business school without the BS, and that almost seems calm.
Compared to the other
comparison.
one, yes.
That's really makes sense. Business school without the BS. That's calm. That's very calm. And then you pull up the Trump and you're going, what is wrong with you?
But let me say what makes it so good, too. Say what you will wherever you are politically.
Say you will.
But I think that most people will agree that if nothing else, Trump is a good businessman.
He is a good businessman, or maybe not a good businessman. But he makes billions. But the thing is now, Thrivers, here's the thing is, we're walking you through the specific steps to build a scalable business model. And now we get into these numbers. You got to define the numbers, okay? You have to know, you need to write this down. You have to know the number of customers you need just to break even. Break even? I don't want to break even. It's my idea is so transformative, so viral, so disruptive. My app is going to be so just saucy. You have a saucy app? Yeah. It's going to be so saucy and sensual, and it's going to be like bacon for the brain. What is your app? It's going to be a game changer. It's going to be like translucent, but not too much. You won't be able to see through it, but you'll be able to. Are you talking about an app now? I mean, it's going to have a little bit of sexiness to it, but it's going to have a smell of baked beans. What is it? You got to write it down. You got to be real. How many customers do you need to break even? Now, the second thing is, how many customers do you need to achieve your financial goals? Goals? Like, is that ethical to have a goal? Because a lot of people go, I don't want to put big goals. I want to be realistic. I'm talking about this kind of goal. Remember that soccer guy who's always freaking out?
He goes on forever.
Listen to this. I'm talking about, are you achieving your goals? Are you achieving your goals? I'm asking you, Tulsa, are you achieving your goals? The thing is, Thrivers, if you're not achieving your goals, you want to go to the Thrivetime show. That's what you got to do. Okay, that guy's going off. Check it out.
He's still going.
Check it out. I want you guys to write this down. This is huge. Some of you are out there every Saturday. You're cheering for OU, OSU. You got the shirt. You got a tattoo to a school that you dropped out of. You got kicked out of there as a freshman, homie. You know you didn't graduate, but you got an OSU sweatshirt. You got an OU t-shirt. But here's the thing is, why are you cheering more for a team that you don't even play on than yourself?
That's right.
What's the deal? Cheer for yourself. Do it. I believe in you. We believe in you. You got to get serious. Go to thrivetimeshow.com and sign up for that workshop, okay? thrivetimeshow.com. Get serious about yourself. You can do it.
Are you looking to start or grow a business? Then you are definitely going to have problems and questions along the way. You will find the answers to all of your business questions at thrive15.com. Thrive15.com provides online video-based business training taught by millionaires and successful entrepreneurs for less than $1 per day. That's less than your daily coffee budget. It's no classrooms, no get-rich-quick seminars. These are trainings broken into 15-minute segments that get you the answers that you need. It's business school without the BS. I dare you to try a 7-day free trial. Simply go to thrive15.com, and the first 100 people will also receive a free downloadable for how to optimize your website. So stop wasting your time and money. Go to thrive15.com and get your business questions answered now.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the final hour of power on this fantastic Friday, baby. You're listening to the Thrivetime Show. Probably not yet on your way home because you're probably at work right now. You're probably in your lunch hour. You're probably getting a lot of things done. And I'm telling you what, we're teaching a topic that I'm especially passionate about. We're teaching this concept, this idea of how to build a quickly scalable business. You understand, like, you can scale a business quickly. Like, we're opening up another elephant in the room very, very soon. We're expanding our downtown location. We have 3 locations to serve you. And if you're listening right now and you've never been to the Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge, you got to have two things to qualify, okay? One, you got to be a dude. Am I a dude? Are you judging me? Am I a dude? No, listen, okay, I'm not going to get into this whole Kris Jenner debate thing here. The thing is, if you're what you believe to be a dude, just get in there, okay? And the thing is, it's going to be $1 for your first haircut. It's $1 for your first haircut. And anybody listening, your first time, it's $1, okay? But the thing was, it took a long time, about a year, to refine the systems to the point where we could quickly scale it. But we had the end in mind. The entire time was to scale the business. And there were times where we could have made decisions that could have trapped us within the business, but instead we decided to focus on building a scalable model. And now we're opening up the second one. You open the second one did great. Now we're opening the third one. The third one's doing great. And now we're working on expanding the downtown one, and we're opening up a fourth one. So now it's like getting exciting. And I'm just telling you, you need to focus on building a scalable business. Otherwise, you're going to build a business system that creates a job for you. And when you create a job and not a business, now you're working all the time, and everything about the business is dependent upon you. Now,
you can't grow it. You can't grow it.
You can't grow it. And here's maybe one of the reasons why you're doing this. This is maybe a failure loop that you're stuck in. Okay, I'm going to read it to you. Okay, you say maybe you're jaded by past experiences of delegating to your staff, only to later learn that they ignored your systems and the important details. And so you've asked people on your team to do something before, and they didn't do it. And so now you're like, well, freaking A, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do every part of the business by myself. I'm going to code up my website by myself. I'm going to do the print pieces by myself. I'm going to open the door by myself, clean the toilets by myself. And at the end of the day, myself will be with myself. And I will I'll take a selfie with myself, and I'll post it on Facebook, and I'll tag myself, and I'll look at myself, and I'll say, that's myself being away from yourself because I love myself.
And this is someone who took the time to go make the checklist, do the things, and then they didn't think about what's going to happen, what kind of accountability do I need, and so they end up frustrated that it didn't happen how they thought it would, and now they're back to square one, them doing everything.
Now, we teach management systems
Yes.
at Thrive 15 workshops, in-person 2-day workshops. Shark, if I want to go to one of these workshops and I'm going, okay, I have built some fantastic systems. Okay, I have built them. I am only listening to this radio show because I don't want to talk about politics. So I'm only listening right now, but I have built some fantastic systems. And if you only knew of the beauty of my systems, you would gawk. And so I just need a little bit of help on management. I say, how much help? Just a little. I know what to do. I just want to be verified and validated. If someone wants to come out to a workshop to learn the management systems that Dr. Zellner has created that have allowed him to, are you ever amazed, by the way, how often the man travels and yet his businesses are just rocking?
I absolutely love it. Like, that's who I want to be when I grow up. Do you know what I mean? As Dr. Zellner. No, I'm serious.
When you first encountered the man, was it sort of bizarre that he might or might not be at a meeting?
It's awesome because he's like, I just flew in from like fill in the blank. And then he's like, and tonight I'm going to fly out to fill in the blank. And like, the systems.
He goes, the Cubs are going to the World Series.
Yes.
And I go, they are going to the World Series. He goes, so I'm going.
Yes, tonight. Like I'm going tonight.
He interacts with history.
Yeah. I love it. I absolutely
Vanessa, what were you saying?
I love it.
He has that freedom only because he's made it that way. And for someone else who doesn't like to travel or whatever, but the point is to have that freedom. Isn't that the reason you're in business?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, here's the deal. If someone wants to come out to a Thrive 15 in-person 2-day, 15 hours of power.
Yeah.
15 hours of power. We're going to teach you how to pump it up. We're going to teach you how to grow your business, how to increase your power, calm down. We're not going to get in. It's like an intense weightlifting workshop. But no, if someone wants to get out to those workshops, how can they do it?
We have made it incredibly easy for you. You literally need to go to thrivetimeshow.com. You can click on conferences.
Well, this involved me going to the internet. We always get to the part of the show where you're go on the website.
It will.
Okay.
And it's super easy.
I'll have my daughter do it.
It's super easy. Yes, have your daughter do it. And we also have on our main page, it says, do you want to attend a conference? Get started. We've given you so many options. You can do it so easily. You enter your information.
If I have a fax machine, can I go directly through myface.com? Is that how do I do it one more time? Sorry, I was eating some Oklahoma Joes.
I get it. You go to thrivetimeshow.com.
Okay.
Yes, and we will help you get your seat reserved. And it's a limited availability, so that's what we want to let people know. This is not an arena.
Reserve your spot now.
Yeah, it's not an arena. It's very intimate because we're working with you one-on-one.
So. One of the things I like about you people is that you all use your smartphones and you're all like, hey, I've discovered everything. I know the secrets of the world. But you don't know what Moses told me directly. You'll never know because you weren't there. No, but here's the deal, Thrivers. So we want to teach you how to grow a successful company. But you got to have faith in yourself when you begin to act. Because, Sharita, when you try to implement these systems, have you ever been frustrated that people don't want to implement them? You're like, all you have to do is what's on the checklist.
Sure.
That's all you have to do. Have you ever thought to yourself, what in the devil is inside you? I mean,
I've seen her with the people.
I was going to say, you two have both seen
I don't want to put any
this.
names out there.
Yeah, because you just think, I've made it it's just right here. Number 1, do this. Number 2. And it is frustrating. And I do have that personality where I just want to take it back over.
Have you ever tried to find the devil inside an employee and
like,
pull it out?
Exercise it today.
Exercise the demons. Get that demon in shape. No, but here's the deal, Thrivers. But it's going to require some faith that the conference can teach you how to do it, okay?
Yeah.
So we have a money-back guarantee as well. So if you're going, listen, I'll do it, but I have to know that I'm going to actually be satisfied. Well, let me tell you what, you're going to be satisfied because it is everything you need to know to start or grow a business, and it's affordable. We have a scholarship program. So if you have $7 in your pocket, you can afford to get out to this thing. It was affordable for everybody, and it's affordable for everybody, and there's absolutely no upselling. There's no one in the back of the room upselling you stuff, Shark.
You're listening to the Thrivetime Show on Talk Radio 1170.
Now, in honor of my main man, George Michael, I don't typically do this on a Friday, but I call this the Friday Faith Show. George Michael passed away peacefully while doing drugs. But anyway, so George Michael, he passed away. Bless his heart, George. We miss you already. So I'm going to play this for you, Thrivers. Here we go. Let me get that queued up here. It's okay. Your boss probably won't know. If you are the boss, just sing along. It's okay. Would be nice if I could touch your body. All the Thrivers. I know not everybody has got a body like you. Got to watch this video. It's epic. Twice. Go on, Thrivers. Here we go. We're going to the chorus. I give my heart away, and I know all the games you play because I play them too. I am reading the lyrics. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Come on, Thrivers. To pick my heart off the floor on 1170. Oh, yeah. Down without devotion. Well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you the door. I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. I gotta have faith.
I know this part.
I gotta have faith, the faith. Ow! Gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. Baby! Oh, it was awesome. Whew, that took
I
me
mixed up a lot of those words there. I was.
You can see him jamming out over here. You could just
That took
see him
me
getting
back
it.
to the 80s.
So
I went back there and I was thinking about Converse shoes where you splash paint them. You remember splash paint? You got that denim jacket. You got a big old button. You remember when you're wearing the big button?
Yes.
It says like
massive.
Yes,
Massive.
and the reverse socks.
Yeah. I want to slap one of those.
Did you have a trapper keeper with a dolphin on it?
I wanted
Yep,
one.
yep.
I never got one, but I wanted one.
Do you have
I
something
had
with
a kitten.
You had a kitten?
Lisa Frank.
Did you not care about the rainforest?
Yeah, she was a thing.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to put one with the rainforest on it?
Rolling your jeans up. On
Oh,
the
yeah,
legs.
Velcro was
Remember
hot.
that? Remember that?
You remember the dice game at the Roller City or Roller Land, wherever you lived, Roller
I
City?
don't know about this. I missed out.
Yeah.
You didn't live near a Roller City
I
or
went skating. I went skating for sure.
what was the
What
name
was
of the
the
place?
dice
Like a
game?
Roller City.
Something like that.
And then they do the dice game. Remember that?
I don't know
was
it.
it the
I
big
don't know
fuzzy
it.
dice or like little dice?
Do you remember reverse skating?
I do.
You remember that,
Yeah,
Vanessa?
You need
Yeah,
strong
I really.
legs.
I guess I wasn't a big roller skater.
Okay, listen right
Real.
now, Thrivers. Here's what I want you to do. We got 3 things we need to cover here. 1, if you know Jason White, he's a beautiful man, and you know him. He lived on West Memphis in beautiful Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He went to Oral Roberts University, and don't hate him, but he is a member of the IRS. Don't hate him. I know IRS. This is negative show. Reach out to him, text him, say, Jason, they're talking about you and your reverse skating moves.
Was he skilled?
You got the quad skates. He could break
Clay
it
talks
down.
About it to this day. Yeah,
Really?
It made me cry when I would watch that guy. I'm like, how's he so good?
He said all the dance moves he had in real life he could do on those skates.
Multiplied by 7.
That's epic.
He was awesome. But now, 2 other things we need to talk about. 2 other things real quick here. 1, we have this epic conference coming up on January 20th and 21st. I'm going to tell you what, when you buy a ticket, it's for your group. When you buy a ticket, you can bring your husband,
Nice.
all for one price.
Nice.
You can bring your whole crew. You can bring your whole neighborhood. If you live in Pryor, you can probably bring the whole town because it's just you and 6 people. So the thing is, you could bring your group. If you're the pastor of a church, bring your team. If you own a business, bring your squad. You can do all that, okay? To go to thrivetimeshow.com to learn more and to register right now for January 20th and 21st. It's affordable for everybody.
Spaces are limited.
And move number 3, sharing is caring. I repeat, sharing is caring. So go to thrivetimeshow.com and share this broadcast, share these podcasts with your friends. Help your other friends become successful. And as always, 3 and 2, 1, boom.